D is literally the thing we need.
Oh, you opted in for more horny.
N, the nips are equal. Naughty plots and naked sequels.
G, go on and grind. We're gonna have a good old time.
And dong is who we are and what we do.
The Fangasm extra sexy crew.
Cock, word puzzle heaven.
What'd you get for row 11?
Dongs
Were made for us and you.
So fucking bad. Enjoy.
Happy Valendong's Day, everybody. Hello! Well, we're missing one very sexy teammate. I think she might be coming out of the dungeon. Madam Tramp Stamp!
Hello, everyone. Before we launch into anything, can you guys hear me? Because I can hear you guys perfect.
I can hear you.
Great. Welcome, everyone. I am so excited. We are thrilled to be here for our very first Fangasm live online show. So
Yes.
Welcome to our Valendong's Day live.
Rolls off the tongue.
Rolls
Just
off
before
the
this,
tongue.
you were saying, Allie, that we need to start a certain type of site now that we're doing live video content, right?
I was saying that we should start an OnlyFans account and then call it Only Dan's. And so the mainstay is Danny as the main feature. And then Lindsay and I just pop in occasionally for some, bonus content. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. We are thrilled. Obviously we would love to do this in person. It's been almost 2 years since we did a live show, which is wild, but this is the next best thing. So thank you for giving up your Thursday for a lusty, laugh-filled evening with us. And this is going to run very similar to how we do our in-person live show. So if you've ever been to a live show, we are going to jam pack it with ridiculous stories and a ton of fun little games. And just to give you, first of all, I want to wait just a hot second to see in the comments, can you guys all hear us at pretty equal levels, or does anyone sound super loud or super quiet? Because I just want to make sure we get that right out the gate so that no one's struggling.
And while we have that lag, we have some suggestions in addition to Only Dan's, which might open it up to Only Dongs.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Only dongs. That's perfect. More inclusive.
Sort of. While we're testing our levels, we can't just gloss over what went into that song. Like before we talk about the run of show, before we talk about anything.
Yeah.
And I also want to note that Danny has changed his beret from our dress rehearsal. It was pink. And now it's red.
Lindsay, I saw it a second ago because I was FaceTiming with Danny, but I didn't even notice it. He just goes, I have a new beret. I was like, great. Because he wanted to match us.
Gosh, I have flair, but you can't see it because of and I'm wearing heart earrings and I have heart nails.
You're living up Dame Midriff.
I am. I'm living up Dame Midriff.
And I'm dressed as though I am Madame Tramp Stamp. My tramp stamp is in full view behind me. You guys don't get that luxury today, but I imagine she's just a sassy gal with a red wig and some steamy.
She wants everyone to see her and no one to see her.
She's like the worst spy ever. I'm blending in to figure out about the heist.
That spy needs a ton of attention.
The thirsty spy.
The thirsty spy. That would be me.
And I am dressed as Marco tonight because I have borrowed both of his berets, 2 of his many berets.
What?
But I
What
didn't want
made
to
you
match.
change your mind? What made you
I
go
wanted to
from-
match because I was pink and you guys were red, and I felt like we all. I feel like if people are tuning in, they would have been like, "Well, why is that one different?"
You're
and
right.
Now
That would have been
I
the
can't
only
tell the difference between the 3 of us.
That would have been the only thing they noticed was they're like, oh, the beret's pink. Oh, wow. They really weren't. They didn't plan this out well.
You're like, I loved the show, except Danny, had he had a red beret, it would have been like 12 times better.
The best part,
gotta save it.
The best part is that you had a red beret at your disposal.
Marco has a wealth of berets, so pay attention because at any moment I actually might be in a different one. You never know.
A foray of berets.
Oh, and actually, this one says beret all day.
Stop.
So it's not just a red beret. It's branded.
It's branded with a very relevant, very new wordplay. I love it. Beret all day.
It sounds like everyone's saying that we sound okay. I mean, they're actually saying,
great.
Michelle says we sound fantastic. So,
and then I would also like to acknowledge just Heather said that she's from Portland and she can finally tune into a live show. So I think that's an important to call out that while the pandemic has done so many terrible things, it also has given us an opportunity to live show and bring people together. So
it has, which is important.
One small silver lining.
If you've ever, we're going to jump into, logistics, run of the show, getting you guys all prepped for what is about to happen. But in the comments, if you've ever been to a live show, let us know. Because there's a couple people I know off the top of my head, but it would be fun to see who else is like flown under the radar.
Reveal yourself. Reveal
yourself.
Reveal yourself as much as the thirsty spy does. Blend in.
You rang. Hidden from no one. Available.
Who do you
to
work
everyone.
for?
I'll tell you everything you need to know.
I'd like to rent an inconspicuous car. Do you have a bright red Hummer that I can use?
You have something loud, red, and fast, just like me. All right. Well, okay. So just to give you guys, so we're going to run through some logistics. So the first one is, since this is virtual, if for some reason one of us gets kicked off due to a wonky internet connection, forgive us. We will jump right back on and keep the show rolling, but it could happen. It sometimes happens when we record, but thanks to behind the scenes magic, you guys don't know. But anyway, so that could happen. But and mics sound good, so that's great. We're going to be following along in the YouTube comments section. So that's where, if you're watching this anywhere else, you should be over on YouTube if you want to comment and follow along with the other folks that are live watching it right now. So we're going to follow along, but it is delayed a little bit. So we're going to be a little behind on your commentary, but we are watching it. So if you see us like looking off into the corner, that's what we're doing.
We always like it a little behind.
A little behind. So I'm not going to talk about all the specifics of what we're going to do, but we have a game. We have 2 games actually. And then we're going to read some fun snippets from some stories we found that are ridiculous and absurd. And then we're going to get into our actual story that's going to take up a bulk of the live show. And then we're going to hang after for, 5-10 minutes just to read through some of the comments and respond to some of the things you guys say along the way if we can't catch them real time. If you are watching live, we would love to see you watching live and enjoying the show. So please, if you take any photos or videos, feel free to tag us at Fangasm Podcast and tag us on stories and Facebook and in the group and wherever the hell you want. But just make sure to tag us because it's so fun for us to see all the crazy things you get up to behind the scenes. And then, Danny, I know is that it, guys? Anything else?
I think that's it.
Great. Well, Danny, I know you had something you wanted to share about
this live
important. Show. It's very important.
I had a very visceral dream recently about the show, and there was something in the dream that I was supposed to set up, and I was supposed to like stall. So like all of this was happening. There was the group, and I was like communicating with them, but the setup wasn't going right. And I was in a library, and I was like in a classroom at the library, and I was trying to like set up a quiet Fangasm show while class was going on. And then I was like, wait, this won't work. So I like moved the computer into a small little conference room at the library. And I was like texting everybody like, oh my God, I hope this works. And then this person came in and was like, I have the room. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I have like an erotic podcast and we have a live show tonight. Is there any way I can stay in? And then you guys came. It was like, it was everything here at a library. So I would like to say thank you so much, library, for not hosting me. I'm home. And so far things are going better than they did in my nightmare dream.
I can't imagine a worse place for a Fangasm show than a library.
Oh, nightmare.
The loudest three individuals.
Danny, did that stress dream spawn from the stress live experience of doing the intro song?
Yeah.
Video?
Yeah, it must have been embedded fully. Trying to, are you going to talk about how we did it?
I think, no, you explain it, but we'll pop in.
Don't
with
explain
our
the movie
experience.
magic. Don't give away our secrets. It was it took us like 2 hours to make that. And that was just recording it.
It was a lot of like, okay, so do we do the sound now? And no, I don't know if you could tell, but there was some lip dubbing going on. Or we had to practice the choreography like Beyonce's backup dancers, but over Zoom. So you guys are trusting.
The best move was
this one.
That's a good one.
And it's like, of course, give Allie the high notes because she can hit them. So that made sense in terms of who got what part. By that time, we had practiced
those notes.
By that time, we had sang that song so many times that I couldn't even talk. I was at my garage band after going, cock critiquer heaven, or cock word puzzle heaven.
And that'll be only the third catchiest song of the live show, which is crazy.
It's a musical.
Practically.
Oh my gosh.
So now that our nightmares have become dreams and we're doing good, we and Allie has made sure that you're all ready as much as we can do. We did want to remind you that there are a few things that you can do on your end to get ready. So hopefully everybody got the drink menu, and just know that you can make any drink that you want. It doesn't have to be these drinks. But we did send out a couple fun ones. We have got Cupid's Arrow, Candy Heart On, which actually Tyler messaged today that they're making. So I want to see what they look like in reality. I've got my Cupid's Arrow right here. We have the Sexy Lime Juree, which if anybody could find that glass, send me a link.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Very cool.
Love Potion number 69. The Fluff and Fizz. So if you're making your own cocktails, put it in the chat, get some inspo, and hopefully you're having fun. And if you're not drinking because you're taking dry January into February, just stay hydrated. That's honestly our number one goal, is always hydration.
Well,
I'm staying hydrated. Wet. Yeah, I'm going to stay nice and wet. I'm hydrating out of the original Pot Erotica cover art mug. This is a collector's edition. There are only a handful in circulation. So
there are only a handful. It's a handful.
A handful of our handful.
I'm drinking a margarita, and that whole time that Danny, you were introducing the cocktails, I was like, margarita, read her, I was like trying to think of a sexy name for a margarita and I couldn't. So it's just a margarita. Tequila. Anyway.
Tequila Mockingbird.
The other little announcement is that no matter what you're drinking, whether it's water, I almost said milk. That would be, if you're drinking milk, I think you should log off. Like we don't really, if you're whatever you're drinking, when we get to the main story, we've done in real in-person shows, we have a word that is going to be the drinking word. And so anytime you hear it, you will take a drink.
Lovely
word. Oh yeah. I forgot we're revealing it. It's porn.
Porn.
This word is mentioned a lot in the story. So if that gets you excited, I hope it does.
I will say today that I saw a post that was so gross that I kept meaning to send it to you, but I didn't. But it was a shot. So these are cocktails, but there was a shot that I saw called Jizz in a Pool, and it was vodka with a splash of Bailey's. So it just like had like, it was so gross.
Disgusting.
It was so gross. So anybody, if you've got milk, you can throw in some vodka for that of a Bailey's.
I thought of tequila sounds like tickla, no tequila. What was it? I like the way what was that song?
I like the way, no tickle in. It was No Diggity.
No, but I mean, but what was it
Harry,
about?
Harry. It was like Draco. That's how we did it.
Season 3 though? That's
Season
what I was
3.
asking.
It was the cockatoo. Yeah.
Cockatoo. Tickling. Anyway, I'll work on it.
Okay, what's next up in our run of show? We got a game.
Game.
Okay. While I set this up, Allie Fever, you know what I'm noticing is on the YouTube link, it's only showing whoever's talking. Is there any way to show all three of us? And maybe not.
I don't know actually.
You know what we look like, and we rotate.
I have side by side.
Danny, it's your view if it's your screen.
But I think it's the Zoom. It's showing my
thing.
It's
Allie's.
But it's Allie's Zoom.
So Allie, what is your view set to?
I have side by side gallery. And I have side by side speaker, which is not what we want. If you do
standard, all three of us will be at the top.
Side by side gallery. Try side by side gallery.
Oh no, let's do this one. This is the right one. Because now we can see all of us, I think.
Perfect. We'll try it.
Okay.
So the game, which is up on your screen, is called Mystery Date. And I've actually never played Mystery Date, but this is not how that game is going to be played. So don't worry about that. Just know that the name was right. And so what we are going to do is we have 3 ships and we want to guess, what are they doing on Valendong's Day? And so we're going to get this started by doing a little mid-riffing ourselves while you pull up menti.com and you can either type in that code, or now that people are starting to use QR codes again, you can pull up your camera and actually hold it on it. It should pull up the link automatically. And we want to hear, what do you think Zach and Kelly are doing on Valendong's Day? And just so you know, we are going to pull up the answers publicly. So make them as dirty and filthy as you can. Yeah, did I explain the rules? Anything I'm missing?
That's a great idea. Real quick, you guys, even in that view, for some reason, it only shows one person. So it'll probably be when we hop back out of, when we actually read the story, we'll pop out of this view and you'll see all 3 of us together.
You tried standard and it still didn't do it?
I'm on standard right now. And then I was on side by side gallery before, and side by side speaker looks like it's just one person. So I don't think that's going to be a better.
That's okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do, so just to get it going, I have an idea. I actually know what they're doing because I made up the game. So Zach and Kelly Zach has acquired the Bayside Tiger costume because he heard that Kelly was really into furry stuff.
Oh, wow.
But in case it gets a little too kinky, Zach is going to use his safe word, which is timeout and freeze. And that's how Kelly knows too far. And then when he's ready, time it, and they resume. The furry play.
Love it. Love it.
What do you guys think?
That's amazing.
I think the ultimate goal for this Valentine's Day date is to go back to their place and have a little romp in the sheets, and Zach is gonna make Kelly screech.
Allie and I have been playing around with puns. I wonder how many of you guys are gonna come up with these as well. A train's going by my house, so if you hear that,
they're gonna get railroaded.
Yeah. in the caboose.
Kelly's gonna get railed.
What did we say? They were gonna do it to the max.
Do it to the max. They're he's gonna ring her bell.
Yeah, she was gonna be his bay side. Oh yeah,
bay. I like that one.
We've got some. Yeah, who are these people? I'm too young for this. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh no.
I know.
Should we end this? Have we aged out of this?
Wait, only one person doesn't know.
No, 2 people don't know. Saved by the Bell? Yeah, maybe we've aged.
Okay. Well, for the youngins,
because all 3 of us are sort of they're sort of old.
We are older.
At least we got to make a couple more jokes. He's gonna AC lay her.
Yeah,
he's gonna be screaming, "I'm so excited! I'm so excited! I'm so horny!"
Joining Nomi Malone on stage for a striptease. Yeah, Elizabeth Berkeley graduated. Got to see her there.
Someone said it looks like, I don't know these people, but it looks like they'd be meeting up for a glass of milk.
There we go.
Oh boy, we're aging ourselves.
Sex in Belding's office.
I
So
also am too
brave.
young. You guys, didn't you just see the news about Dustin Diamond?
Anybody. All right, we should go to the next. We should go to the next ship then.
Keep it moving.
Okay, well, this is good. This is good consumer testing. So we should not do a Saved by the Bell season. We
Absolutely not.
learned that. Okay, for everybody who is slightly older than this,
But not much.
but not much, we're taking it to Friends. So we want to know, we're taking it, we got a slash friendship. Joey and Chandler, what do we think they're doing for Valentine's Day?
Well, we got our.
Well, you go.
No, Danny, I want to hear your setup.
I have the answer because
great.
because I found the script for this episode, which is that, and it's actually modern, so I have brought it in for the youth. Joey was texting Chandler about what he wanted to do, but a little autocorrect went wrong, and instead of fucking, they're ducking, and they got a second duck for the apartment. Hopefully,
Do you want
also
a
some
duck
fucking.
tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully they're not combining the two. Let's just hope. I mean, this is a classic friends with benefits situation. So
we also realized that the infamous episode, the pivot episode with the couch is Plughorn. So that's our crossover.
That's our crossover. I love it.
Okay, let's see what everyone else says.
It made me think of the episode where I know that this is Chandler and Monica, but then Monica turns over to Chandler in the bedroom and says, "You're really fast." And he says, "It bodes well for me that speed impresses you."
Oh my gosh, they're totally going to Bing. That's great.
Oh,
that's really
that's
good.
so good.
How they doing it? Love that.
That's so good. You guys are so
Lindsay,
good.
Can you say this one?
Where?
Guys night.
I like the one that says, "I'm not sure, but the duck looks terrified."
Oh, that's funny.
How you doing?
Oh, Joey needs an acting partner for an audition and brings Chandler as a last minute stand-in, and it's a sex
Great idea.
scene.
That's great.
Gosh. That's
So
really good.
Joey will be walking like how Phoebe runs tomorrow.
Bob sledding with Monica.
Oh yeah. Invite her over. Getting off to Zillow ads that they couldn't possibly afford Manhattan real estate.
I think
these are so good.
These are good. I think I'm thrilled that people this group knows Friends.
It's just because it's in syndication. They just know they weren't watching it when it was on.
I know.
Consumer testing. You know what we should do? We should have an April Fool's Day show where we just put up random people that aren't whatever and be like, okay, they're flame throwing, like like fake fic, total fake fic.
Full on.
Drawing dicks on the back of the door. Oh, these are so good.
Fanfiction. That's fun. Yeah.
Fan fakes.
Chandler donging. Remember Chandler's like name?
Yes.
His funny name. Look, do you see that one? Like second to last.
Mr.
Chenandler
donging. I know Friends less than I know Harry Potter, which is a truth that we all can say. But I did go, there's this place in Laos, which is in Southeast Asia, where
Danny used to live.
Where you lived?
Where I studied abroad with my beret. And they had this float the river experience. And at the end of the river were only restaurants that either played episodes of Friends or episodes of Family Guy. And all the tables were beds.
Dreams.
And they only served pizza. It was great. Like, speaking of a dream that was real, that I questioned.
The tables were beds?
That seems like a
all the
fever
tables
dream.
were beds. Yeah.
Danny walked in with his beret. Danny walked in with his beret and said, "Excuse me, do you serve crepes here?"
Bonjour. Oh my God, that was the best part. At the end, after you did all that, there were crepe stands that were like there at night. I'll send you guys a link. It was,
That's-
but it was a page out of my diary.
Danny, we need you to say, in France, we say bonjour.
In France, we say bonjour.
Bonjour.
Extra relevant. Okay, and this is for all the youth, which I still think is probably too old for
No, it's
some people.
still too old.
But this is how we know if you're at least close. Katniss and Peta, what are they doing for Valentine's Day?
Tell us, Danny.
This one actually won't surprise you. Like most couples stuck in quarantine, they're making bread. They got a starter loaf, and they're gonna start there and end with a bang. So
Well, Peta used to work at a bakery, right?
Yeah. So
Correct.
of course he can make it rise. So there we go. May the bangs be ever in your favor.
that's what I said. That's what all the barbers say too.
Everyone who cut their bangs this in quarantine.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny. The cocking Jay. Which one of you wrote that?
I wrote that, I think.
What's the thing where she puts up her finger? Like do it like the shocker.
That's this
But she would do it like this.
Yeah.
If it was Valentine's Day.
Somebody said they're effing.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
I love that.
She offers herself as tribute.
But Hunger Games.
Petaing his D in her Katniss.
Horny games.
Wow.
Anyone say horny games?
District 69ing.
God, you guys are so funny. I love it.
They bake a penis cake, but Peta drops the flour everywhere. Striptease ensues. So good.
She's definitely getting that Peta.
You'll be that girl on fire when I'm done with you. Has a little chlamydia vibes, but that's okay. I know what it's meant to be. You're burning up. That's hot.
Yeah, we got to make sure there's no yeast infections happening.
In a bakery, anything's possible.
Helping Peta get a leg up. Oh no.
Making her Katniss purr. Whew. Nice. Well, that was wonderful. You guys are so freaking funny.
Someone said literally nothing. Katniss and Haymitch are getting off on the other side of the house without Peta knowing.
Oh. Well, good to know. Okay, I think we did some really great consumer testing. Thank you all for letting us know what stories you actually know and what you don't. And I think all these answers could definitely be true because there's a lot of fanfic. So we can't read some more.
Yeah, I'm sure some of these exist. And
Instead of the fan fakes. Okay, Dame Midriff.
Okay. So next up is another thing that is true for our traditional live shows is we do some story snippets. So get you warmed up for the main event, the foreplay, just the snippet. So we sort of pull out method of a bunch of other Valentine's Day stories that didn't make the final cut to be the main story today, but they're all based on Valentine's Day. There's some crazy setups, some crazy ships. And we wanted to read some excerpts to kind of whet your appetite and get you ready for the main story. So we've got 3 of them. We're each going to read a little snippet. Oh, and I think I begin.
You're up.
I think I'm up. All right. So this story is called Only You Can Cool My Desire. Oh, I'm on fire. And it's by orphan_account. The premise is, a few years into the future, Jughead and Archie celebrate Valentine's Day morning in their little apartment in Ontario, having recently moved in together. You're hot, Archie grins, as if it just occurred to him, making Jughead laugh once more. Come on my face, Jughead whispers. Archie's surprised for a millisecond before not being dumb enough to turn down such a pornographic treat. Oh, porn, drink. We could start now.
Drink.
There we go. Perfect.
Cheers.
Hydrate.
And every time you hear it.
Oh, that's right.
We didn't plan it. We didn't know this was in this one. To turn down such a pornographic treat, hand gripped around his dick and fisting himself fast, toes curled on their tiled floor. Jughead is never afraid to look up to make their eyes connect, but Archie's eyes dart everywhere, as if he's trying to capture all of Jughead in that one moment. He clings onto Jug's jaw, breath tight and fast as his chest heaves, and that's when Jughead closes his eyes. He offers his face to Archie, a blank canvas, lips slightly parted as he waits for the blessing. Ah, fuck, Jug. Oh, and the sticky, warm gloops of cum that litter his face, a little on the cheek, some dribbles on his lips. Hey, Jug reminds him, holding his face, stroking down his neck. You know I love you, Arch. Yeah, Archie replies, biting his lip before giggling. Wait, you've got... Before Jughead knows what's happening, Archie kisses up his cheek, that last little bit of spunk licked off him. Happy Valentine's, Juggy, Archie whispers. And with that, Jughead melts into their morning kiss, welcomed into the day, his freckled love all around him as they leap into their new beginning. It's like poetic. There's
So
like,
romantic.
It's something for everyone. Romance, jizz on the face.
If that wet your willy, who can they go look up to read more of that?
Orphan_account is the author.
Perfect.
I feel like there's a Jughead giving head joke somewhere in there.
And arching his back.
His back, yeah.
What's the one? Is it Riverdale that is the like crazy sort of remake that has lots of sex?
Doesn't the original Archie comics doesn't someone like burgers? Is that Jughead? That someone's really
Sounds
into
Someone
right.
loves burgers. Yeah, I think it's Jughead.
That's like a bad psychic. I'm getting somebody who loves burgers. Like everybody
I'm
loves
getting
burgers.
a meat patty with extra
Yeah.
cheese
Yeah.
and a tomato and
Yeah.
sesame seed
And he
bun.
has that hat, and he's just always eating burgers. Go Jughead. Oh, he's in a burger eating contest. So
There we
he's
go.
good at swallowing.
Eaten.
Okay.
Yep.
Next up. So the story I'm going to read is called Italian Fast Casual Dining by NutriYum_addict. So here's the premise, which is so fitting because being Italian, of course, I requested this specifically. The premise: after they meet at the Lil Sebastian Shrine and spy on Anne and Tom, Leslie and Ben finally celebrate Valentine's Day with some role play. I hate it. I can't even
Her
look.
face.
I can't even
He
look.
looks like Alec Baldwin here.
I did.
Terrifying.
You had a very talented friend who made the original cover art, which
Yes.
was artistic. I mean, because it was beautiful and like painted-esque, but they got the look in, if you can see it there. And that's really hard. I don't know how to do that. So I did this. Wait, hold it
Danny-
up again though.
Danny, remember?
It looks similar, like the bodies.
Yeah, the vibe's the same.
The vibe is right.
Danny, do you remember originally when we were going to release like a romance cover novel for every season, and you tried to make one for season 3, The Cock Critiquer, and you made
Impossible.
you made a cover art that looks like a worse version of what's up on the screen right now. And the heads were like weirdly misplaced.
I know my limits.
We scrapped the whole idea.
That's why everything that you see that I make is flat and has icons, because that's
Beautiful.
my limit. Yeah.
It's beautiful though. Okay. Ben reaches for both their wine glasses from the bedside table and hands one to her so they can clink stemware. So, what brings you here to Italy, bellissima? When their eyes meet, Leslie understands instantly what he's doing. It's not like this is her first role play rodeo. Of course, her awesome boyfriend is using her Italian men thing. It's not really a thing. To have a little fun, and although Leslie doesn't have time to completely plan out a whole character arc or a backstory, that's okay. She can roll with it.
Ellie, this feels like what you would be like in role play. You're like,
be a
I
nightmare.
wasn't prepared, but I can come up with a really quick, like 10-page backstory on the character.
Just give me a minute. Can you go to the other room for a second? I need to just sort some things out.
I need to understand her motivations. I need to know, I need to do some method acting.
Which clearly always translates to me on the pod. So prepared. Of course, her awesome boyfriend. Okay. Oh yeah, there. She can keep this all casual and spontaneous like. Just a tourist. I'm visiting Italy, taking in all the famous Italian sites.
She's doing an accent too? Wait, to raise your voice. That's her. She's
that's her.
Well, she wants to fit in, so
she wants
she's
to fit
also
into the
doing.
scene. Yeah. Okay. I cannot do 2 Italian accents. That was terrible. Okay.
Okay, she's a tourist, right? So she's not Italian.
She needs to go back to the other room to figure out her motivations.
Maybe she thought that he didn't understand her unless she put on an accent. Welcome. I'm Marco Giardelli, Ben says, and then takes another sip of wine, perfectly playing the part of a dashing Italian man that she just met. And sure, his skinny tie and plaid shirt are more Pawnee than Milan, but it's all still working for her. Like the chocolate. Yes, exactly, like the chocolate. And you are Olivia M. Witherspoon, she tells him. Thankfully, Leslie keeps a list of possible aliases ready to go in her head for situations just like this one. Maybe while you're in my country, he says, his breath warm against her skin, we could go out for an intimate dinner for 2. I know a little place and makes a great calzone, he says with a thick
combo.
Accent. It's a pizza combo, just like my grandmother used to make.
You love it.
He says with a thick accent and then licks and gently sucks the skin of her neck right below her ear. When he settles between her thighs, she catches a sexily whispered tortellini, a ravioli, and then a cannoli, which
instead of doing the alphabet, he's doing Italian words.
I bet that would work so well.
That's so smart.
A ravioli, and then a cannoli. I'm going to ask Matt to use that move, which makes her laugh. But then Ben is using his tongue for much more than forming words. He's using it to bathe her lips and opening, flick against her clit, and practically devour her, making her grind against his face and come in panted breaths. And what he's told her before are very sexy squeaks. Minutes later, when he pushes inside, thrusting slow and deep, he feels her completely. Will you be my Valentino? Ben asks her, slowing down to rock his hips against hers.
Brava!
Wow. Unlimited breadsticks. Fast, casual. Wow.
Oh my God.
That was beautiful.
Tortellini, ravioli. Wow.
Ben, Brian said that here Italy can be both the erotic word and a safe word.
Yes.
So good.
Oh my gosh, Danny's beret changed.
No. What? When did that happen?
What's happening? I was too busy laughing at the Italian accent.
Danny, you're so...
Also, I wonder if the title is in relation to him going down on her fast casual dining.
It has to be.
Funny.
It has to be.
Oh, that's funny.
Take out, and dine in. Okay, this last one is a piece de resistance. The story called Chocolate Valentine's Day is by Cerulean Bound, an author that we have not read yet. And we hope you're all sitting because the premise is Donnie and Mikey are celebrating their first Valentine's Day as a couple. And it's important to note that in this story, the turtles are not biologically related.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
So we have a little ditty that we've put together. This is the second catchiest song of the night.
Yeah.
That we thought we would sing for you.
Of age mutant ninja lovers.
Of age mutant ninja lovers.
Turtles with a half chub. They're unrelated.
Oh man, we're crossing a line I didn't think we'd ever cross.
This is rock bottom.
This is
rock
safe for
bottom.
dongs.
Shelbs wrote Cowabunga.
Everyone's writing no. Everyone's writing
no. Yes. Sorry, you don't get to consent to this one. This is these are unconsenting snippets.
Giannina said, "Did you lose a bet?" This was Lindsay. You found this, right? In the
I don't know who
drag.
found it. I don't know. It could have been anyone.
It wasn't
any
me.
of us. Yeah, well, I was searching for Valentine's Day, and this I just loved too, before we even read it, that it's Donnie and Mikey. That
Yeah.
sort of makes it cooler. Maybe everyone can just relax, and except there's a big
Yeah.
picture of the turtles.
I sort of wanted to
The pizza face
not
is
reveal the image until it became clear they were turtles. But
No, this
Donnie
is
and
good.
Mikey. Okay, are you guys ready?
it looks like
No.
I feel like this photo no, we'll never be ready. I feel like this photo captures like the enthusiasm they both have and like their personalities to a T. Like Donatello's like a little grumpy. Michelangelo, he's ready to party.
Yeah.
He's ready to party.
Ready. Okay. When they finished their romantic dinner, I'm assuming pizza, Donnie and Mikey turned on The Empire Strikes Back, but quickly lost interest when their focus shifted to each other. Mikey crawled on top of Don and initiated one of many passionate kisses. With the movie forgotten and their mouths busy, they couldn't seem to keep their hands from fondling and caressing every inch of green skin they came across. It just sounded like two plastic couches. Just,
Oh, just shells knocking into each other.
with the Donnie churred as Mikey's hands trailed further down his plastron, teasing his obvious arousal.
What's a plastron?
I don't
Is
wanna
that
know.
is that real? Any
Gotta
turtle
look it up.
owners tell us. Do you want to finish the movie, or would you rather have your surprise now? Mikey asked in a husky voice that made Don shiver with lust.
Whew.
Surprise, the genius closed his eyes and whimpered as Mikey shifted enough to rub their lower plates together. Oh, Mikey smirked and nodded. Yeah, and it involves chocolate.
Oh, got a night
Oh.
planned.
Dame Midriff,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think there's
There's a little bit of beep bop, beep bop, beep bop, beep boop. It's like the saddest.
Beep beep bada beep boop 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 beep.
Cowabunga. Mikey sighed contentedly as the wet tongue licked away the mess he'd made. From the position they were in, when Don bent forward to lap at the chocolate on his lower plates, Mikey could reach around and fondle Don's wiggling tail.
This is Dobby's going in. This is
It is.
This just one up.
It is.
This is
It
hazing, you guys. The genius churred and shifted his hips invitingly, dropping down in the process. Mikey smiled and traced the tight entrance normally hidden by the excited appendage. Mikey, Don groaned and licked at Mike's slit, attaching his mouth over the parting area and sucking until the hardened organ tumbled into his ready mouth.
No.
Why did it tumble?
What's the slit?
I don't know
Tumbling
enough
out.
about turtle genitalia to
Guys,
know.
I had two turtles growing up. I didn't know any of this happened.
Emily
I
said
hate it.
Donnie's going in.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Kat said two
no.
tortoises having sex sounds like two rocks slamming together. It's traumatic.
Rock hard, am I right? Oh,
Oh boy. Okay.
think-
Yeah,
well,
if you closed your screen, you can come back.
I think the worst part is the nicknames. Like I would have rather heard Michelangelo and Donatello. There's something about Don and Mikey that I
Kat-
didn't want to put in my brain.
Katie
Kat
says
said-
she's suing us for emotional distress.
Yes.
And Kat said Italy. Like her safe word.
Italy. Oh God.
Do you think they picked up the pizza at Ben and Leslie's house? They're all just like, this
Yes.
is all
That's what I-
happening there.
Yeah, this is what they did. They were actually hanging out with Ben and Leslie earlier, and they're like, "Guys, we got some slits to lick and some tails to
Ugh.
yank." Oh, barf.
Ugh, okay.
Tumbled. I'm gonna lose sleep over that verb.
Whew. All
None
right,
shuts
well.
down.
And
Wow.
we haven't even gotten to the story.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now we can redeem ourselves. I promise everybody. Don't tune out.
So let me catch my breath for just a moment.
Heather said my wiggling tail is straight down.
Yes. Yeah, we should have done a preemptive wands up or wands down because I guarantee there's not a wand up in the place.
Turtles with a half chub, unrelated. The best thing about the whole thing is the song.
Is it unrelated?
I like the mutant ninja lovers.
Catchy.
Okay, now for the bang event. Okay, so hopefully this will be a palate cleanser for the rest of the evening.
Marco said just say porn so we can all drink. Porn.
Drink, hydrate. Whew.
God.
Okay, so now for the main event, the bang event. We're not going to tell you who the ship is. We're not going to tell you the premise. All we're going to say is that it is a story called Pierre Cheval by Try Dog Mom. So thank you so much for giving us permission to read your story.
It works.
We will ruin it. First of all, I love, can we just acknowledge that we've had so many French and Italian, just really European themes throughout this entire show, which is
very global.
Makes sense. The city of love. That's what we're embracing, the day of love. Yes. So, like we talked about earlier, the secret word for this story is porn. We know that it shows up many times throughout the story. So just be prepared to drank. And when we see the word porn, Danny is going to ring a bell. Go ahead, Danny, show us. Lovely. And I have my instant audience. So in case we make bad joke, good joke, we got an applause button, crickets, rim shot, and a boo that I might utilize throughout the story. But I think to welcome this story, I think I just need to hit the applause button.
No, actually, we have another song.
Oh,
it's a quickie.
We do. You're right. Oh my gosh.
We're still not in, there's still only one person. Did we fix that yet? Or we're doing that after?
Oh, here.
We need to move that. And then we're back.
For the song.
And then for the rest of the
story. Yeah.
Story.
So this is our quickie song, which we've sang it recently.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys should know it. And we'll do it all at the same time, which is always going to turn out shitty on Zoom.
Yes.
So sorry about that.
Yeah, we're going to ruin it. It's going to be bad, but
I can't wait.
We'll see if we get the words right because it's a 50-50 chance.
We never do.
Okay.
Give me a dick,
a swish
and a flick.
Time for us to read another fanfic.
It sucks.
Turtles with a half chub. Unrelated. Oh boy.
Okay. I'm reading, so
Danny's reading.
Bear with me.
And then
play back on YouTube like the lag, and like it's like snaps are everywhere.
We're crazy.
Crazy
chaos.
We're crazy.
And then
so
obviously we're going to do it like a normal story, and we're going to make commentary. And this is new to us. We have not read this in advance, so we know the gist. We know the characters.
We know they say porn.
We know they say porn many times. So buckle up. You're in for a real ride. And then at the end, we're going to do the wands up and wands down song. So you got to be ready for that too.
Yeah. Check your wands throughout this whole time.
And Danny's in another beret.
Pay attention, you guys. Things moving fast over here.
Wait, I thought you had that one. Oh my God. I changed it again?
Wait. No, we knew this one. It's been red, then white, then red, then white, then pink.
What does that one say?
This one is definitely Marco's. Because this is polo.
That's
genius.
Great. Danny,
Marco.
Are those made with the cricket?
Yeah, and you didn't get to see this one.
Live, laugh, love.
Yeah.
My gosh.
It's my favorite. Okay. Thank you, Marco. Once again, the story, Pierre Cheval by Try Dog Mom. I'm assuming that's a person with 3 dogs.
Or a tripod, like my
or
dog.
a Moki.
It could be, yeah, a Moki tripod mom.
I don't want to blow my cover, but could I have been the author of that story?
Wait, where did Allie go? Oh, she's back.
I can't believe she can get all her hair under that hair.
No, I have a
It's
little
probably
nub stick
in the
I
back.
have a nub sticking out in the back. I can't
Is it
get
gonna
it.
tumble out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, this starts hot. Okay, I hope everybody got a new drink because it's happening. Fuck a duck right out of the pond, Hermione gasped, pulling her vibrator out of her wet pussy.
Oh, wow. We're coming in
And
real
we are
hot.
off.
Is
To the
this part
races.
2? Is this a part 2? No, just right going at it.
Whew.
She had been indulging in her favorite Friday night activity, a romance novel and a hot bath, a glass or two, okay, the whole bottle of rosé, followed by crawling into bed, inserting her sex toy of the week, and watching the latest DVD from Clitflix, an erotic video rent by mail service.
Hermione, a freak.
It's like Redbox, but pink box.
Yeah, her box.
Clitflix. Wow.
Jessie, her best friend from primary school, who she'd reconnected with after Hogwarts, had introduced her to the world of sexual awareness. Leaving Hogwarts, where sex ed was non-existent, it's a big gap.
Do you guys think that Jessie is the zerophilia version of Jason?
Yes. Absolutely.
Of course.
Jessie. Hermione had been woefully innocent when it came to her own body, let alone men's. She had kissed Victor a few times and Ron once, but neither events had bloomed into a relationship. After a few drinks with Jessie the first night they'd met up, the two girls had bopped into Anne Summers. Hermione had been shocked by the things she had seen in the shop, even if they were tame by Jessie's standards.
Do you think Anne Summers is Anne Taylor or Anne Sather?
I think it's a sex shop, which your Nancy came up with all those great. We need to rename it.
The Magical Muff.
Yeah, the Magical Muff is where she
Great.
popped into.
Great.
That's a sex shop and salon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Twofer.
That's the front part of the salon.
Yeah.
She had started with a bullet vibrator. It had taken Hermione a week to open the package and another 2 weeks to use it. Do you think it was like really bad packaging?
No, it's hard to open.
It's like
those hard plastic ones.
Yeah, those really hard ones where you have to be like, oh.
1 week later. 1 week later. 6 months later, it sat, now rather redundant, in a drawer full of sex toys that were better designed to pleasure her. She was currently using one that was curved to hit that perfect spot deep inside her. Normally, she would have come by now. The stimulation combined with the graphic images on her telly were too much for her. But instead of being muffled by her groans and gasps, the buzzing from the toy in her hand filled her room as she watched the male lead of the porno start to remove his trousers.
Drink.
Smooth.
Thank you. This was usually her favorite part, seeing a new dick for the first time. Who doesn't?
Fresh out of the box.
But tonight she was gobsmacked because the man that was exposing himself, holy Helga on a hot plate, that dick is delicious looking, was none other than Lucius. I put in Slytherin because I have a fucking python. I put in Slytherin because I have a fucking python between my thighs. Malfoy.
His son would rate it a O for outstanding in the cock critiquer
Oh my gosh.
catalog.
Well, maybe he learned how to cockatrique from his father. It's a tradition passed down through generations.
The king
I
of
would tell
cocks
my dad
himself.
about this, but he already knows.
My dad told me about this.
That is the longest nickname too. Lucius, I was put in Slytherin because I have a fucking python between my thighs, Malfoy.
It's got to be the episode title.
I
It's
was missing the
incredible.
word was. I wasn't processing what it was. So that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
The same Lucius Malfoy she was supposed to meet with tomorrow to inspect his house elves as part of her role in the Department of for the Regulation and Control of Magical Creatures.
Okay, this is great.
Do we think this is a modern video, or is this like, is she pulling up some vintage Lucius?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or is this his like side hustle?
She
It had
did
to
say it
be-
was is it the latest DVD from Clitflix? So
Oh, well, he may have
context.
had a hard time getting work after being a Death Eater. Quite a stain on his resume.
You know what? People on OnlyFans are making like millions of dollars.
It's probably pretty
I don't-
lucrative.
And Clitflix, since they expanded their model to content streaming, I think would also be recently doing quite well.
That's true.
Absolutely.
His hair was cut short and dyed brown. The way he had worn it for during the year of the ministry had made him live like a muggle, which had included having to show his probation officer a monthly wage slip. The sneaky man had obviously starred in this film, then used the royalty checks to get out of having to find a normal job, like a normal person. He couldn't have left his hair long and white and been as conspicuous as Madame Dramsam.
Excuse me?
Everybody-
You've never seen
porno producer herself.
You've never seen invisible glasses? Visibility glasses?
Hermione knew she should turn the DVD off. Wanking to a DVD of someone you know, even if you're not friends, was most likely a social no-no. Well, I've already seen his dick. Might as well finish. Plus, I know Lucius Malfoy, not... She grabbed the DVD sleeve to double check. Pierre Cheval.
Oh, good.
My beret makes extra sense.
Oh my
No.
god.
Oh my gosh, it does.
Oh my God. She giggled. Did you write this, Allie?
Giggles.
She giggled at his name. Only Lucius would pick a name that meant horse in French.
Amazing.
It's perfect.
Wow.
Sliding her toy back inside her, she watched the woman choke on his dick for a few minutes before picking up the remote and fast forwarding.
Who do we think the woman is?
Oh,
I
I think
guess-
she would have recognized her, right?
Okay.
If she knew
Okay.
Slughorn, transfigured.
He's everything.
She stopped when Lucius rolled a condom onto his cock and lined it up at her entrance. I didn't even know they made condoms that big. She
Dick ride my
realized-
baloney pony. There's a you horse.
They make it in cheval size? Magnum,
medium, large.
cheval.
Cheval.
Small, medium, magnum, cheval.
Cheval.
She realized she was in trouble when her toy felt woefully small inside of her, and she wished she could switch places with his fake titted, bottled blonde co-star.
Rita Skeeter.
On our mug, she could be replaced with
Yeah.
a big titted blonde star.
Skeet
Who-
skeet.
Who everyone thought was Luna Lovegood for the first year until we tinted her hair.
A little imagination. Deciding that coming was not on the cards for her tonight, she stopped the DVD and her toy. Knowing there was no way she would get to sleep on her own, she summoned a vial of dreamless sleep and prayed that she would forget about Lucius as a porn star before their meeting tomorrow. Oh,
Porn.
porn. Drink. Thank you.
Ding ding ding.
Yeah, Dame, I need you to keep us honest.
Mhm.
Keep us hydrated.
Keep us wet.
Okay, I think we got a dinkus.
Beep boop boop beep.
No stinkus. Her plan to forget about Lucius did not work out. Making her morning tea, all she could think about was how much she wanted him. Well, maybe not him specifically. He was probably still a blonde purist elitist, but she wouldn't mind meeting little Pierre. It was not so little. I thought I'd go full French for that.
I
As she
liked it.
prepared her breakfast of a cucumber and a
And
log of
large-
bologna.
And a large eggplant. Just
French loaf. A baguette.
A baguette.
Baguettes, hurry up.
Even though Lucius was single due to Narcissa leaving him, Hermione didn't think he would go for someone like her. A 21-year-old virgin whose only experience included dicks that took batteries and a few kisses was not something that would be enticing to a porn star.
Whew. This is our first virgin fic, by the way.
Virgin, but not so
Not so.
not so virginal.
Yes.
But yes, virgin.
Yes. Technically.
And of age.
Yes.
21.
Yes.
There we go.
21.
Shaking her head in an attempt to remove all thoughts of the film from the night before, Hermione went through her morning routine to ensure she would be on time for their appointment. She took extra care to make sure her bra matched the black lace knickers she was wearing. Not that she thought Lucius would see them, but just in case her shirt buttons popped open or her pencil skirt ripped up the seam.
Just in case.
Just in case.
The black
Always
claw.
prepared.
Beep, boop, boop, beep.
The black cloth is here just like the black cloth dongs.
Yes.
Stepping
you
through the...
guys.
It's... Shout out. Stepping through the flue into the entrance hall of Malfoy Manor, Hermione was happy to note that she didn't recognize it at all. The Malfoys had obviously redecorated and ridden the house of the dark magic that had inundated it during the war. Natural light flooded the space from large windows, and the white tile floor gleamed in the sun's rays. Miss Granger... That was a little snapey.
That was Snapey.
Miss Granger. How's that?
Hi, Miss Granger.
Hi, Miss Granger.
Hi, it's my
bon-
Lucius. And she's like, and I don't care anymore.
Bonjour. Bonjour, Granger.
Hey, Pierre. And then he's like, it's Lucius. He didn't know which one he was doing.
Lucius's drawling voice greeted her. Welcome to my home. Good morning, Mr. Malfoy. She walked forward to shake his hand, and noticed that he didn't flinch when her skin touched his. Thank you for allowing me to visit. She's not like on such a different vibration of him. She's like, he didn't even flinch when I shook his hand. Like, no, he's here because he's getting audited.
Yeah, he didn't masturbate to you last night.
He's just being professional.
He's a bit blindsided by this whole exchange.
You act as if I had a choice in the matter. I was given the impression that I had to comply, or the minister would be kind enough to book my favorite room in Azkaban. You must be special if they let you pick your own room. I'm sure it must have lovely views. It's a corner room on the top floor. The 2 holes on the wall allow for the ocean air to keep the foul smell at bay, but it's high enough that I don't get much sea spray. He smirked at her. You should see about visiting sometime. Okay, well, they quickly got on each other's wavelength.
Wow.
And I could see spray all over you.
Sea spray is cock spray, right?
Yes.
With the C.
With the C. Definitely with the C.
The sea spray. It face just like Jughead and Archie.
Feels so light and refreshed.
Mist.
It sounds... It sounds lovely, she said, pretending to think, but a little too nice for my budget. And here I thought you came from a family with money. No, absolute. Actually, you've been making fun of my family, so... Hermione joined him in his laughter. She could see how he had won so many people onto his side over the years. While he wasn't being an arse, he was very charismatic. They made small talk as Lucius showed her around the manor and introduced her to the elves. Hermione was pleased to see that all of them were well cared for and told her they were happy to be serving Draco and Lucius.
And they were making at least $15 an hour, and we're working on an increase.
And they all had hard hats just in case his big dong hit them in the head because
and healthcare.
She was surprised to see that the elves didn't live in the main house, but in a small cottage in the woods behind the kitchen. Lucius had 20 elves that took care of the estate. Each of them had their own room as well as a common area they shared.
It's my dream living situation.
with house elves or just in a cottage? Oh, with a bunch of people, not a bunch of house elves. I was like, what?
Like a really elegant commune.
Okay.
Very bougie commune.
Yes.
Allie's like Snow White and with the 20 elves, and
that's my dream. 20. Did you say 20 elves?
Did you say 20 elves?
Speaking of porn. Porn.
Sign me up.
Porn.
Ding.
Can you hear it when it's down here?
Yeah.
Or do I have to raise it?
No, you can hear the bell right there.
Okay.
Equal though. You have to do it on the other side too. Equal bell play.
Ding, 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 ding.
I can see your shock, Miss Granger. Oh, that's not all she wants him to see.
Mm.
I
I
am
want to see
aware.
your shocker.
You see my shock? I want to see your cack.
I am aware you were acquainted with my old elf, Dobby. I did not treat him well, but I did learn that if you treat your elves with respect, their loyalty deepens and it is better for everyone.
Oh yeah, Lucius, do you know what happened to Dobby? Dobby was stripping. Dobby now goes by Debbie. I can't even talk about it.
Do you know where he is? He's not happy.
I'm glad you learned your lesson, Hermione said. They were walking into his study to finish some paperwork for the visit when he took off his outer robes, revealing his very muggle-looking blue button-up and black trousers. Sitting on the sofa, he'd indicated, Hermione felt her cheeks blush as she looked at him. Oh.
Which cheeks?
Ooh. Oh.
Ooh.
All she could see was him in the film the night before and the way he looked when he unzipped a very similar looking pair of trousers. What if she revealed that she saw? What if she was like, oh, your trousers have a stain on them? And he's like, wait, how'd you know about that stain? Have you seen?
I know those pants.
I know those pants. Miss Granger, are you unwell? Concern was etched on his face. What? She tried to gather her thoughts and keep her eyes from glancing at his crotch. I'm fine. I'm just thinking about something.
She's a good actress too. She's as good of a spy as Madame.
What? I'm fine. I'm just thinking of something. Just give me a minute.
Stuck to that leather couch, casting. You know how there's casting couches in porn, and there's also casting couches in the magical world. Oh, come sit on my casting couch and let me show you a spell. Casting couches. Lucius didn't say.
Finger blasting couches.
Lucius didn't say anything, but she could feel his eyes on her as she completed her forms as thoroughly as possible. Oh, let me just write your form down.
He looks and she's just writing doodles. She's just drawing penises.
Penises?
Is this just standard?
Is this how you sign your name?
She's like, here, will you write pen 15? Will you want to be in the pen 15 club?
Can I just trace your penis on this form?
It's
That's
standard
how we do it
operating.
now.
Thing.
That's how we do it. It's like a thumbprint.
It's biometrics. It's a muggle thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand.
Put it here.
Mm.
He sat down next to her, and she had to hold her breath as he took her quill to sign in the places she had indicated. She hadn't noticed it when they'd been walking, but his cologne was the perfect balance of spices and something woodsy. She wanted
a bear
to reach
shitting
out.
in the woods.
What is that?
Is that Black Bear?
She wanted to reach out and pull him towards her. Instead, she fisted her hands in an effort to keep them to herself. She was just like, okay, don't touch him. Don't touch
You
him.
hits yourself.
Don't touch him. If you tell me what's bothering you, I can correct the wrong, Lucius said quietly. I also like that the author made us re-like Lucius. Like, okay, he's treating ourselves well, redid the house. Like, everything that was wrong about him is fixed now.
Yeah.
Narcissus is done, so there's no cheating, which is not, sometimes it's hot, whatever. It's up, here. No judgment too. Anyway,
Trying to have a good time.
Lucius said quietly. Hermione turned to look at him. He looked not sad, but something about his expression was off. I understand you only knew me before, but I'm not that person anymore. I've learned that who your parents are, what your blood status is, does not determine if you're a good person or not.
Okay.
I'm sorry you're so uncomfortable in my home and in my presence. I can't change what happened, but I hope you will accept my apology for how I treated you and for what happened here. I hope you'll believe when I tell you that I am a changed man and that my views are no longer what they used to. I've seen your porn. She blurted out so quickly, the words all rushed together.
No, Hermione.
Nothing will outshine that beautiful speech.
Wow.
Wow.
He's like, I just want to, from the bottom of my, I've seen your porn. That's fucking Keep going.
Excuse me, he said. I said, she took a deep breath. I'm acting odd because last night I accidentally saw that film you made. Lucius's face went white as he looked at her. Hermione didn't say anything because, well, what in the hell else was she supposed to say? Your dick looks fabulous. Mind if I take it for a spin? Lucius seemed to compose himself. Yes. Yes, whale.
Please make Lucius Southern. I think people like it for no reason. Please.
I'm not proud of that, but it fulfilled my obligation to the ministry in a mostly painless way. Should I keep doing it? No, it's weird.
Like it. Okay. You
I'll
can go
sprinkle
back
it
to
in.
normal.
I'll
just
sprinkle it
every
in.
now and then.
Okay.
Mostly painless, I would not think having sex would be a pleasurable experience. I would think having sex would be a pleasurable experience, not a painful one. You would think. He looked her up and down, and Hermione felt herself flush with arousal. You have not? I have not, she said firmly. She didn't think there was anything wrong with being a virgin. Her teenage years had not left her much time for sex, and she hadn't dated anyone since. I mean, she was like kind of busy, like trying to defend
Yeah.
herself against you, Lucius.
Yeah.
She would have had tons of sex if it wasn't for you. Death eaten.
Time for him to right this wrong.
Death eaten her adolescence. Yeah.
Whoa.
She wasn't waiting for marriage or even to be in love. She just hadn't found anyone she wanted to sleep with yet.
Hadn't found a porn star she wanted to bang yet. So, she's been
Shannon
looking.
found one of her classmates' dad who was hung like a horse. Who can blame her?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, porn.
Well, I don't recommend doing what I did. You didn't enjoy it? It was horrifying. I have no problem with people who choose that profession, but it's not for me. Well, I don't mind having a friend join me and my partner having a crew of 20 people watch and call out. He went like Texas Southern. Like he was like
are
Georgia
saying that-
Southern.
Like old rich Southern. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like molasses.
Savannah. Yeah.
Like
Sav-
like molasses. Like a
Savannah.
real southern drawl.
Oh, wow.
The story's good. We'll see you at 9 p.m. Okay, that'll get me in character. Molasses.
Molasses.
It's your touchstone.
Molasses.
I'm not into it. I'm molasses. There it is again. I've got it.
I found it.
I just sort of sounded like the Arby's.
You did. You did.
Tom Arnold.
What?
Having a crew of 20 people watch and call out directions was not enjoyable. I had to use a potion to stay hard.
Whoa.
Okay, 20 people again. Else?
Mm.
Also, don't. I think
Of
most
course, 20
have to
people-
use
these
potions.
guys.
Elves.
You're
in an
doing great,
orgy.
Master.
Elves in an orgy. Unrelated. Unrelated.
Masters,
Well
you're doing
employed.
great. Do you need the potions? Hermione was torn between laughing at the idea of anyone directing someone during sex and turned on at his admission of liking a third party joining during sex. If she was honest, threesome porn films were her favorite.
Woo.
The place was molasses. The place was very dirty by my standards, and the woman was a
Molasses.
smoker, which I find very unclean. I actually cast a cleansing spell on her beforehand, so I didn't have to smell it and cast every protection spell I could think of on myself. Afterwards, I took a potion Severus created, a general antiviral and antibiotic, just to be sure I was safe, because I know she's performed in a lot of films. And then I got tested for all manner of diseases on a regular basis for a year afterwards.
You know what he sounds like? He sounds like someone who's justifying that they had a party or went on a trip. We all got tested. Everyone got rapid tested before and after. And then he's just like, and then for 7 years after, I'm still getting
Been tested for 7 years.
I've become a test.
Porn stars are actually very clean.
No,
Porn.
this is Hermione.
Ah.
She's saying, yeah.
Porn stars are actually very clean. They have to be tested for disease all the time in order to work. She was probably safer than a woman you'd pick up at a wine bar, Mr. Malfoy. Yeah, Yeah, thank you, Hermione.
Yeah, you get it.
Hermione, I think since we are discussing my work in a sex film, do not drink yet, we can be on a first name basis. He gave her a smile, letting her know he was comfortable talking about this. At this time, I was just starting to change my views. I didn't think muggles were capable of preventing diseases. Needless to say, it was not my best work. Even
We
here,
have
he's
managed-
woke about the industry.
You guys, in true Fangasm form, we have managed to make something that was a pretty sexy premise. We ruined it.
Instantly.
Like Leslie
He's like talking
Jordan
about
over
his
here.
sexual. He's like, well, Hermione, sit down. Filmmaking, baby. Like he sounds so.
Wrote it in four paragraphs in, destroyed.
We're gonna make sure everyone is safe. I mean, this is a well-written story.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And even like destigmatizing adult
yeah,
film work, which I think is
I
incredible.
love it.
This is why you don't masturbate to Fangasm episodes.
No,
And if you do,
Thank
God
you.
help you.
teach their own. Needless to say, it was not my best work. I thought you looked great, Lucius, Hermione said. Oh, fuck. Hermione Jean Granger, you did not just say that. What in the hell is wrong with you? Lucius smirked at her, and she was pretty sure her knickers melted right off. He moved towards her, and she froze, unsure how to act.
I imagine that black cloth was hanging by a thread at this point anyway.
The black cloth knew to self-destruct the minute he started speaking in a slow
it's
drawl.
like, it's done. I'm over. It's my swan song.
Bye.
You just see it like slither off. Did you now? How long did you watch it after you realized it was me? He whispered into her ear. A bit, she confessed. And did you come watching me? Were you a wet mess thinking about yourself in that woman's place?
Oh,
What if he makes her watch the end of the film together with him?
Oh, that's a good. I love that.
Right?
prediction.
Yeah, any predictions? Madam, how do you think it's going to end?
I think she's gonna fall in love with the cheval.
Giddy up.
Giddy
Someone
up,
someone put in
giddy
the
up,
chat-
giddy up.
Y'all come back now. Come. That's good.
No, I turned it off because my vibrator felt small compared to what I saw on screen, and it wasn't enough. I already
Whoa.
confessed to watching it. Might as well tell him everything. Oh, this is some sexy dialogue.
Wow.
Are we allowed to read this on air?
Ooh.
Ooh. And is that what you want? His lips were.
Was sexy dialogue.
Elias. Yeah. Wow. This is so sexy.
So sexy. I'm so
You're
turned
right.
on.
Ooh.
And is that what you want?
Now.
Molasses.
Molasses. Now is that what you want?
I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry.
I'm so happy.
So dumb.
His lips were brushing against her ear as he spoke. He placed his hand on her thigh, his pinky finger sliding under the fabric of her skirt. Do you want me to fill you with my cock? Pound into you and pound into you until you come all over it? Yes, she breathed.
Who could say no to that? In that, what a proposition.
Talking that dirty in his aristocratic accent. So like we needed to do it. I mean, this is
it had to be something there.
this is
There
how it
needed
is.
to be an accent.
Very
They needed an
aristocratic.
accent. Yeah.
Very posh. Very posh.
Talking that dirty in his aristocratic accent should be illegal, indeed. Right then,
Should.
she was pretty sure she would agree to do anything he asked of her. Is that the only cost I'll have to pay for your silence? One filthy round in the sheets with Pierre Cheval, and you'll keep your mouth shut about what I did.
Danny, you're like a really good Southern villain right now. That was like
Oh.
very believable.
Thank you.
A beret, a southern accent, Pierre Cheval.
It all works. Danny, when we finally everyone can get together again, and I want to host one of those murder mystery parties, I need you to be this character, Pierre Cheval.
Yeah.
I don't
I
care
shall be
what
Pierre Cheval.
Cheval. Pierre Cheval.
I'd like to buy your silence for $4.
Of the All Cheval family restaurant chain.
People love our
That's all I can think of.
burgers.
Jughead
Jughead
loves
comes
our
every day.
Every day. Hasn't missed a day yet.
Every damn day.
What? Hermione pulled her head back in shock. You think I don't see what you want? You're blackmailing me, trying to have me buy your silence with my cock, telling me how you accidentally watched a porn film with me in it. Women don't watch pornography, especially virgins. Lucius Malfoy, Hermione snapped, grabbing his hair and forcing him to look at her. Listen to me. I may be a virgin, but I watch porn all the time.
Switching
For all-
cups.
For all the 13-year-old boys out there. I just haven't found anyone that I want to sleep with. The only accident was that you were the star and I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't planning on telling anyone. Now either shut up and fuck me, or I'll sit on that pretty face of yours until you get it through your head that I want you.
Hermione!
No.
This is some Bush level dialogue.
This is.
That line, wow. Impressive.
Shut up and fuck me, or I'll sit on that pretty face of yours.
Wow. Okay. Deet, doot, doot, deet.
Hermione.
Doot. Date.
A date, doot, doot, and a deedly doot. A ding, a dang, dang.
Hermione, Lucius, Minerva leaned towards them. They were at a dinner hosted by Hogwarts for the school governors, and as Hermione was Lucius's wife of 2 months,
Wow, what a
Whoa,
turn.
we flash forward.
she was required to attend. I don't think I've ever heard the story of how you two got together. Hermione looked around the table at which sat the highest echelons of British magical society. Hermione was interested in checking out a horse I had. Pierre, Lucius lied smoothly. He was quite large. And you were impressed, Hermione? McGonagall asked. Very, Hermione said, trying to keep her face straight. It was the best ride of my life. The end.
Woo! Oh boy.
This
Wow.
writing. Oh my
Do you
goodness.
think-
Try dog
Do you
mom.
think when they were at the dinner party and Lucius was like, he was interested in checking out a horse of mine. Yeah. Quite long.
And he's like winking, and she's like, babe, it's a joke for just us.
Yes, try dog mom.
Wow. Woo.
You deserved all 3 of those dogs or one dog with 3 legs.
Everything.
Either one. You take your pick.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Well,
Ooh.
we need to sing our song, right?
We do.
Well, Are we singing it or do we have I think
That's
we have
right.
a clip?
we have some Potterotics
Some help.
fanny packers to help.
Okay, and
Packers.
I just tuned into the chat and Mary Claire wrote, "Oh my god, my power went off and I used my hotspot to get back on and now Lucius is Southern." Keep up, Mary Claire.
Get it together, Mary Claire.
Okay, so share with us in the chat where your wand is. Wow, we share with you one of our favorite clips, which is from the Seattle Comic Con, which actually is 3 years ago today in a week. Or
That's
in a couple
right.
weeks. It was spring 2000 and whatever year 3 years ago was.
Yeah, this is the Comic-Con where there was I humble brag that the line was wrapped around the corner and we didn't know it was for us and we were just sitting outside practicing for the
That's
live
right.
show. And then we heard people talking about it. We were so excited.
And it was sold out.
It was so sweet. Okay.
Ready?
When the episode
ends, check your underpants. Are you wands up or down?
Yay!
I was gonna go get another beret, but it was too complicated. Okay. Let us know in the chat where your wands are. Lindsay needed to go take a smoke break for how hot that story was
Woo!
and how steamy it was.
Yeah, she was hot and bothered.
Okay, well, while we wait.
Sorry.
Oh, she's back.
Puffin was being annoying. I had to let him out.
So she threw him out the window.
Yeah.
Tossed him by his wiggly tail.
Being annoying.
Okay, where are your wands, friends?
My wand, my baguette, my crepe, my cheval, up.
Wow. I mean, same. I can't even process how wonderfully written and funny and great that story was.
It was lovely.
Wand is all the way up.
Is my wand up? Nay. Nay. It is way up. It is horsecock up.
It's like, when a stallion goes like this, that's a kind of.
It's 2 hooves up.
Yeah.
We haven't done a Lucius Hermione story before. I bet that's a good combo. I guess that's a great ship.
Well,
Yeah.
especially because like the power tension of it probably normally is so much, and this time it was fully put through the Fangasm car wash of consensual and safe, which was warranted. So, but I bet there's some hopefully consensual, but also still dark ones too.
We're seeing some people say they wish there was a little bit more, that they didn't actually bone in the story. Same, but we don't read these stories ahead of time, so we just look for the word cock.
And we got
the
it.
best. Yeah, did we ever?
We got porn, we got cock, but
we should ask Try Dog Mom to write more, because that was amazing. Someone said, I want an awkward encounter with Draco. That'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, I want to know what happened between the casting couch, the finger blasting couch, and the dinner with Minerva.
Yeah.
We need to fill in the gaps.
Yes.
Draco, I'd like to talk to you about something. You recall your old alumnus colleague, Ms. Hermione Granger. I have embedded her. Earlier today, we were trying to figure out how to embed the videos into the PowerPoint.
Embedded. I feel like he would be like, Draco, your mother and I, and he'd be like, she's my stepmother. Like Lucius would just sort of, he's like, she's not my mom. Like, she's my peer.
G said my plastron is all the way up.
Oh, I had already forgotten about the turtles, guys.
Oh, plastron. Oh yeah, don't talk about plastron. I will have to say, it would be fun to do a story, not where it's a threesome, but where there's Hermione and like Lucius and Draco, and it's like, who is she gonna pick?
Who's she gonna choose? Yeah,
who's she gonna choose? That'd be fun.
I
like someone said I liked that the story was pro vibrator. Agree. We have
true.
Have we ever really had we've had season vibrate. 8. Yeah.
Had vibrating broomsticks.
We have, but we haven't had an actual, I don't think we've ever had a vibrator with insertion before. So look at that. See, that's something new you guys got.
Vibrator Day.
Oh, so sweet. Love.
Okay, so what are you guys doing actually on Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Coming up.
Yeah.
Tell us in the chat. What are you guys you two? What are you doing?
Well, my 12-year we're just cooking. My 12-year anniversary is the day before Valentine's Day. Oh, Puffy.
He's being annoying. Sorry, keep going.
He's being perfect. He's being perfect. No, he's perfect.
Yeah. So perfect.
Yeah, my 12-year anniversary is the day before Valentine's Day. So not a whole lot, but we're getting massages. Ooh. and and then we're going to get dinner. And then we're going to come home because we don't have a life. So this is the big outing.
Yeah, there's not much any of us can really do.
Yeah.
Danny, what about you two? Just trading
That's so
berets all night?
We're gonna be swapping berets. Well, somebody, I don't know who they really are, but I know it's a dashboard conventional name, Dusk and Summer, said that they got a fondue pot, which is making me super jealous. Marco and I have been eating healthy in the start of the new year, so we're actually gonna we're letting ourselves like take out whatever we want. So we're surprising each other with some takeout dish and eating, which we're really excited about.
That's great. That's gonna be fun.
The food of love.
Yeah. Let's see, other people.
Oh, someone says their birthday. G and
Weekend at Disney Channel movie sounds amazing.
Oh yeah, Disney Channel movies would be great.
Hillary can't top V-Day from the best one they ever had. I think good plans in the queue. And if you're doing nothing, fuck yeah, because this was also made up by the chocolate company, right?
Yes.
Well, I think it's a much older tradition. Valentine's Day.
Saint Valentine's was a real person, right?
Like a real person who loved love.
I think so. I think he's a real person. I think it became commercialized.
The patron saint.
Yeah.
Who they probably stole from like Greek mythology, right?
Yeah. Let me dig back into my catechism arsenal. Everything I ever ignored and didn't pay attention to, I think is real.
The legend of Saint Valentine. Yeah.
Oh, and Marco reminded me that we're doing a Zillow challenge where we're gonna pick a random city and find houses in those cities to try and sell each other on. And whoever finds the best house in the city wins.
Oh, that's a fun idea.
That's so fun.
How long?
Good.
How long do you have to prepare your argument?
Thank you. Can
I help out with logistics?
7 minutes. Let the timer begin. And 6 minutes to find. Yeah, I don't know. Lindsay, this is your first Valentine's Day embedded.
It is my first Valentine's Day engaged.
That's right.
I think he thinks this ring is getting him like a lot. He's always like, remember, just a couple months ago, I got you a diamond. I was like, right, but now it's a different thing.
I have 10
I forgot about that.
I don't know. I don't really go nuts for Valentine's Day, but I think it's like fun. I'm like, if you like it, have fun. And if not, it's just another,
Funny, very silly story. One time when I was I think I was like 19 and I used to go to Canada to the bars all the time. I was like the thirstiest. I feel like the glasses need to come on for this. I thought it was hilarious at the time, but now that I say it out loud, it's going to sound so thirsty. I wore a shirt that said, "Kiss me, I'm Allie." And I went around and got like kisses from men all night. Not like makeouts, but like, that's how I spent
Allie's patient zero of COVID way back then.
Kiss me, I'm Allie. We'll be selling that as a shirt soon. Brian, I expect you to purchase that.
Brian, we talked today about how you betrayed me and you were gonna be I'm a Lindsay, and then you checked in with your heart and you realized you were an Allie, and it was.
I would love to know what the deciding factor was. Considering half of you
was it
can't
something
even
I said?
Figure out who we are.
He probably still doesn't know.
I know. He's like, oh, I thought she was the blonde one.
Oh man,
I'm the blonde one is what he meant. Now I'm the redhead. This was so much fun.
Oh man,
I'm so glad we could do this. The only thing that would make it better would be to actually be in the same room with a bunch of "Kiss Me, I'm Allie" shirts.
Everyone kissing.
And we're so grateful to have such an incredible dong squad to laugh with us all night and ruin stories. So thank you, everybody.
You guys are the best. This is such a treat. Like, what a joy that we got a chance to do this. I know it's not the same, but the world will right itself soon. Hopefully sometime soon. And we'll do
and in the meantime, the world will write itself. And in the meantime, fanfic authors will write stories. Sorry, perfect. I really pushed that to try to have.
We will be Here for all of it. So yeah, you know, and you know what? Thank you for all the people who, first of all, thank you to all of our pre-existing dongs. You guys have been like ride or die for a very long time. You're the reason we can do this pod, which is so great. And then all the new folks, welcome. This is the kind of, you know, we don't go this bonkers every month, but we definitely are putting out fun stories and fun content. So, you know, dig around. Again, there's hundreds of episodes to go through. And this live show will be up. And then I think I'm going to convert it into an audio recording and put it on Patreon as well. So just for you guys.
Oh, Greta,
and you can rewatch this too. So this will be up there.
Yes,
that's right. Greta said, random request, please do a West Wing fanfic. And we've been discussing it, the West Wing. I'm like I'm watching the West Wing for the first time, Greta. So it could be in our future. So thank you guys.
Thank you. Mwah.
Love
Happy
you.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye. I'm going to try to, hold on. I wish it was like a very smooth sign off, but I have to
bye.
stop.
And then it's like,
This is my enormous flower from